Hi guys, it's been a while because I'm doing college stuff, which is not fun because obviously it's college stuff. But yeah, I've just been working, so that's the reason why I haven't made a video. But now you get a video. And so, I got a message from a user called IggyLover13, which, if that's an Italia reference, I got it. Anyway, I got a video by them, and they said, hey, you should make an, unbiased Onision debate video. And I'm like, yeah, I should. So this is kind of a unbiased edition of the first Onision video I made. Yeah, you know which one I'm talking about, if you're watching this, obviously. Anyway, I watched the video, the debate I saw, the Onision versus Two Haters. I watched that video again. Kind of. I watched 47 minutes of it because it got a little redundant after a while. But I'm going to talk about, the good and the bad of it. I'm not going to just say, oh, Onision's an asshole. I'm actually going to speak about it. So, we're going to begin. Anyway, first thing I want to say, in 47 minutes, he interrupted Kelly or Caleb 60 times. So that's over, like, an interruption per minute. That's a lot. Like, that's a lot of interruptions, which is not good if you're debating. If you're debating, let one person speak, and the other person goes. Just a heads up. The first few minutes of the video, Kelly said something, like, a lot of people don't necessarily have a problem with you, they have a problem with your speaks video. And Onision started saying irrelevant things like, oh, because, when I first started YouTube, I'm really unprepared, I'm sorry. When I first started YouTube, cut jumps were, dumb or something. But he started talking about how he used to edit his videos, which was irrelevant. He shouldn't have spoken about it, in my opinion. Second one, linking to few videos. In my opinion, when it's a speaks video, he should link it because, well, you should link it. It might be triggering or whatever. And you are giving advice, so if someone's been raped, you should, give them a hotline or something to at least, like a link, a help link. But when it comes to jokes, even though it's really distasteful and it's like, you should not joke about that in general, I don't think when it comes to comedy that you should link everything, unless, you want to, personal opinion. Well, I guess, personal, if you want to link everything, then you should. But since it is comedy and it's like, you don't have to link everything, in my opinion. But when it does come to a speak video, you should link it. They talked about Mr. Epsilon a lot, and when it was brought up, okay, you could talk about, Mr. Epsilon, but when he was like, whenever it was like a different subject, Greg would just like introduce Mr. Epsilon back in, and I'm like, dude, you're debating, don't go back to the previous subject, you have a new subject, stop that. But he kept talking about Mr. Epsilon and saying how, putting, Greg and his wife or something onto a hate website is like demonizing and horrible. Which, to be honest, the whole marriage certificate ordeal, it's like, it is public to the internet, granted, it is public. It's a little strange. It's public. And you put your personal life out there anyway. Greg does, he puts his personal life out there anyway. So if someone does want to, speak about it, then, at least my opinion, they should be allowed to. Like, let me explain. Okay, so YouTube, right? You put your personal life out there, and then whenever you receive criticism, it's like, oh my god, they're bullying me, but they're not. Because you're putting yourself on YouTube, you're allowing criticism, and that's okay. In fact, if you took the criticism, you might actually be a better YouTuber. This goes for anyone, this goes for everyone, not just Greg. But, my opinion. Okay. This one was really dumb, in my opinion. Kelly was like on, her personal blog, she's been attacked by fangirls. And then Greg got really defensive, like, according to my demographics, most of my, viewers are male, and I'm like, I don't care. Like, fangirls are really loud compared to, other types of fans, or viewers, or whatever. And, of course, your fangirls can be the loudest, so of course I'm going to assume that most of your viewers are fangirls, and that's okay to assume, because that's not, like, an offensive thing. Like, a lot of people have fangirls. but he got so defensive on it. Like, he literally brought up his demographics and said, most of my viewers are males ages 18 to 40 or whatever, and it was like, dude, nobody cares. And he actually brought it back, like 20 to 10 minutes, 10 to 20 minutes later, he brought back up the subject, and he brought the subject back up, and everyone was so over it. Like, nobody cares. Nobody cared to begin with. So please don't bring it up. When you're debating, do not bring up previous subjects. You're done with that subject. If you lost, then that's okay. Just retaliate or whatever. But, it's done. Stop it. Okay, like, he then spoke about how Kelly and Caleb want him to fail. Like, you guys just want to see me fail, and that's what haters want to see. And I'm like, wow. Like, you really need to think of yourself highly if you think people want to see you fail, unless they, genuinely do want to see you fail. But if they're just debating you and you think that they want to see you fail, then just stop. You opened up yourself to debate. You cannot go and say they want you to fail, even though, granted, if you are debating, you want, to be the winner or whatever. But you gotta think of yourself highly to think that everybody who doesn't like your videos wants to see you fail. Stop it. You're not that good on YouTube, in my opinion. Sorry, that was mean. Oh my god. Let's see. He then says that Kelly and Caleb are two individuals criticizing him. And yeah, that's what a debate is. It's like, a discussion talking about a certain subject, and you are that subject. You opened yourself to debate. You ask people, hey, debate me. So they can criticize you because you wanted them to criticize you. What you said was irrelevant. It's like, yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah, he said, like, he indirectly called them terrible people. It was quite funny, actually. What was it? I forgot what they were talking about, but he said two individuals who criticized Kelly said that, that his fans, probably think that Caleb and Kelly are terrible people. Then he's like, are they so wrong? You two are two, people criticizing one person. And I'm like, oh my god. Whatever. Yeah. He brought Daniel up, a bunch of times whenever they were over the conversation. Once again, do not bring up past conversations. They then said that, he said that Caleb and Kelly were cyberbullying him, which I was like, debates are not bullying. Stop. You just stop. Not cyberbullying. Stop. Oh man. He keeps saying how, people want to see him fail and, whatever, stuff that doesn't really matter. Yeah, he brought up his demographics after 10 minutes of that conversation being over. Don't bring up past things. Like I said, 15th time. He kept cutting them off. Like I said, in 47 minutes, he cut them off 60 times. And, I have one incident actually here. It's Kelly was trying to speak, and she was like, the reason why, and then Greg said, especially considering I established the fact. And then she asked, if she could finish, and he's like, you haven't even started. But she was in mid-sentence, and then he started speaking, no, stop. Debates, you need to let both of you, you need to let everybody speak. And then you can go. That's also polite manners, which obviously you do not have. Letting you know that. I'm so mean in this video. I'm sorry. I'm usually not that mean. I'm sorry. Yeah, I think that's, oh wait, no, we're not done. I'm sorry. As it goes for the comedy bit with his whole don't criticize comedy, like I said in my previous video, comedy, you could certainly improve on it, and you could improve on it. And also, what I brought up in my other video too, that, I'm sorry, I'm so spazzy, I'm sorry. When it comes to YouTube doesn't have standard ratings like, television shows or comedy clubs and stuff. So, if you were to go to a comedy club and they had Jeff Dunham or something, and the show's 21 and older, they're going to be talking about things. Whereas, if you go on YouTube, it's not going to say and it's not going to have a rating because it's YouTube, you know? So, like, that's not really criticizing comedy, and I don't understand why someone would, like, think that's criticizing comedy, you know? It's, you have, because you're not bound to restrictions doesn't mean you should abuse them, in my opinion. Like, you know, there should be something, kind of like, not really a TV rating, because that would, like, you know, censor YouTube a little bit, but you guys get what I'm saying, hopefully. Oh man, so he brought up his ex, which was really irrelevant. Like, they were talking about a rape video where he describes rape, you know, as graphically as possible, which he should not have done. That is bad on your part, like, seriously bad. Anyway, he brought it up, and then he was like, he started talking about his ex, you know, being the inspiration of the video or something. First of all, that's messed up, and that makes you an ass. Second of all, no, do not bring up your ex. Do not bring up personal, like, experiences when debating. You bring up facts and facts only. That is it. No. Oh man, let's see. He didn't really criticize them, but he was like belittling them. Like, Kelly said something wrong. I can't remember what it was exactly, but you know, she said something wrong, and he's like, look at you being super wrong again. And I'm like, shut up, you're almost 30. Shut up. Oh my god. Started talking about comedy again, which personally, on YouTube, you're not a comedian. You're a comedic channel, but you're not a comedian. Like, think about it this way. You watch a funny cartoon, that's not like a comedy show. That's like, does that make sense? It's a comedic show, but it's not like comedy. It's not, there's no comedian there. It's just whatever. But yeah, and all in all, he's a horrible debater. Like, you know, Unbiased, he's a horrible debater. And that's okay, he could improve, but this debate was just horrible. Like, it was really bad, and you should go watch it. But seriously, he could improve. First of all, his manners, stop talking over people, stop bringing up, you know, irrelevant topics, stop bringing up past topics, and be more open-minded. And those are 4 things to improve him. Huzzah! So once again, thank you IggyLover13 for this suggestion, and hopefully I get back into the swing of things because I've been gone for a while. So bye.